This message is not for everyone. It is not something to scroll past or delay. This is your moment. Something happened last night. Yes, last night. Everyone knows except you, but now heaven speaks. God has chosen this exact moment to reach you. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your soul, sounding the trumpet, not with war, but with truth. You must open your spirit now. You must not ignore this. God has watched the silence you've endured. He has heard the questions you haven't even dared to speak aloud. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That strange tension in your heart that you can't explain. The flickers of doubt you keep brushing away like dust from a window. That's not your imagination. That's not anxiety. That is your spirit sensing something that your eyes haven't seen yet. But heaven has seen. God has seen the person you love so deeply. Yes, that one. The one who owns a piece of your heart. The one for whom you have cried quietly in the middle of the night. The one whose name makes your soul ache with both joy and fear. That person knows something they have not told you. Everyone else around them knows it too. Only you are still in the dark, but no longer. This is the divine unveiling. This is the moment God intervenes. Last night, a truth came to the surface. A conversation happened behind your back. A decision was made. Whispers were exchanged, and you were left out deliberately, not because you weren't important, but because your innocence is the most threatening thing to someone who carries guilt. You would have seen through it immediately if given the full truth. So instead, they chose silence. Archangel Michael says, "This is an emergency. The veil must be torn now. You are not weak for trusting. You are not foolish for loving. Heaven honors your loyalty. Your heart is beautiful. But the enemy sees your heart as an opportunity to manipulate you, and someone close to you has let that enemy whisper through their actions. You need to know this. Your deep love is not being equally returned. Not in the way you believe, not in the purity you've given. There is someone who pretends to love you with words but harbors bitterness in their private thoughts. Last night, that person laughed with someone else about something that would devastate you if you knew. A confession was nearly made, but they pulled back, not out of fear of hurting you, but out of fear of losing control over you. God says, "I have waited long enough for them to come clean. Now I must show you myself. Do not mistake kindness for truth. Kindness can hide secrets." The person you've trusted most has been giving part truths, edited memories, and selective honesty. You may have noticed the strange silence lately, the unread messages, the changing tone, the shift in routine. These are not coincidences. They are signs of preparation for what you don't know. But heaven does. Archangel Michael is weeping. Yes, he is. He has been trying to reach you in your dreams. That heaviness you've been waking up with isn't just tiredness. It's spiritual pressure. A battle between the lie that comforts you and the truth that can set you free. The angels have been stationed around you because a collision is coming. A collision between your love and their lie. God says, I will not let my child be used any longer. The delay ends now. Someone tried to cover up their footsteps last night. They deleted a message. They wiped a history. They looked into a mirror and couldn't meet their own eyes. But what they don't know is that nothing is hidden from the eyes of the Lord. The angels recorded every word, and what was said was enough to shift the entire foundation of what you believe about them. Your tears have not been ignored. Heaven collects them like holy diamonds, and now because of your faithfulness, your refusal to grow bitter, your hope even when you felt broken, God has decided to reveal what others wanted to keep buried, not to shame you, but to protect you. Because the time is near. A divine shift is coming. You are entering a season where lies cannot follow you. The next chapter of your life requires honesty. That's why the truth must be revealed now, even if it shakes your world. God would rather break your heart with the truth than allow someone else to keep you captive with comfort. Last night, a plan was finalized not to destroy you directly, but to keep you blind. That is worse because blindness delays destiny, and God will not allow your destiny to be postponed any longer. Michael says you have 3 days to watch, listen, and discern. Do not confront, just observe. What you need to know will reveal itself in a text, in a slip of the tongue, in a nervous look, in a deleted photo. God will show you. You do not need to search frantically. The truth will come to your doorstep. You will not have to beg for it. It will walk into your life like thunder behind closed doors. God is about to turn the lights on in every hidden corner, and what you see may change how you love, but it will also set your heart free. Because, listen now, this is not just about one person. It's about the pattern. Heaven has seen this cycle in your life. You love, they lie. You forgive, they pretend. You hope, they manipulate. And now God says this cycle ends with you. You will be the one to break it. No more pretending. No more second-guessing yourself. No more waiting for closure that was never meant to be offered. The closure is coming from above. The seal is broken. The truth will rush out, and you, beloved, will stand in the clarity of it all. And what happens after that? Oh, heaven rejoices to say, is restoration. Because once the lie is removed, room is made for the real thing. God will not leave you in loneliness. God will not let you drown in the grief of betrayal. No, God is already preparing whose love will match yours, whose loyalty will not flicker when things get difficult, whose voice will not speak one thing in public and another in private. But first this. First, the shaking. First, the truth, and you will be okay. You are stronger than you know. You are wiser than you've been told. And you are loved more than they ever made you feel. You are heaven's priority. And when heaven makes a priority, nothing in hell can keep it hidden. Archangel Michael will be with you over the next few days. Listen to your instincts. If something feels off, it is. If someone suddenly avoids you, it is not random. If you hear something meant for someone else, it is a divine leak meant to land in your ears. Take courage. You are not alone. Your prayers, your questions, your quiet battles, they've all been heard. And now the silence is breaking, not to destroy you, but to rebuild you stronger than before. This message is yours. Not everyone will understand it, but your soul does. Something inside you is trembling right now. That's the Holy Spirit confirming the words in this moment. You are about to see what you weren't supposed to, but you are also about to rise in a way they never expected. Prepare yourself. The next 72 hours hold revelation. The truth is no longer waiting. It is here. And you, child of God, are ready. This is not just a message. This is your intervention. This is your emergency alert. This is your moment of truth, divinely orchestrated and placed before you, because there is something you have refused to see for too long. You were not supposed to scroll past this. You were not supposed to ignore this. And now heaven is sounding the alarm. You have come to a turning point in your life, and there is no going back after this moment. God says this message is for you. Archangel Michael says this is an emergency. You must open your heart immediately, because something happened last night, and the world knows it except you. The person you love deeply is hiding something from you. And it's not just small. It's not a minor detail. It is a deep, bitter truth that would shake you to your core if you knew it. But God says you must not be afraid, because He would never allow you to remain in the dark if He didn't already prepare the light for you. You are not alone in this. Archangel Michael has been fighting behind the scenes, trying to delay this exposure just long enough to get your attention. And this message is the final attempt, because what happened last night will not stay hidden forever. It cannot. It was witnessed by angels. It was whispered about by demons. And everyone around you knows something that you don't. You have felt the change, the shift, the way the person you love has been acting colder, quieter, more distracted. You assumed it was stress. You excused it as work, as tiredness, as the mood of the moment. But God says, stop explaining away what your spirit has already discerned. There was a moment, a divine, invisible pause where you sensed something was off, but you told yourself not to overthink. That's what love does. It trusts, it forgives, it gives the benefit of the doubt. But what if the doubt you ignored was actually divine protection trying to interrupt you? Last night was not just another night. Something happened. Something you weren't supposed to find out. But heaven did. And now you will. Not because someone confesses it to you, but because God refuses to let you be the last to know again. Everyone knows. That's what hurts. That's what is unfair. Conversations have been had about you that never included you. People have seen things, heard things, whispered in corners, and yet you're the one holding on, loving with all your heart, building a future with someone who has built a wall between you and the truth. You are not crazy. You are not insecure. You are not too sensitive. You are awake. You are chosen. You are divinely protected. And this message is God pulling you out of the web of lies that someone else has wrapped around your heart. Archangel Michael says there was a phone call, there was a meeting, there was a message sent last night that changed everything. This is not vague. This is direct. Something took place behind your back that wasn't just a betrayal. It was a plan. And it wasn't the first time, but it may be the last if you choose to listen now. For the person you love deeply has made decisions in secret that do not include you. They have said words behind your back they would never say to your face. And worst of all, they smiled at you afterward as if everything was fine. God says, I saw that. I heard every word. I followed every step. And I held my peace only because I was giving them one last chance to repent. They didn't. So now I reveal. Everyone knows. That one friend who always looks uncomfortable when your partner's name comes up. They know. That family member who tried to warn you quietly months ago but backed off when you defended your love. They know. Even the people who don't know you well can feel the energy change. But you, beautiful, loyal, faithful, you have kept believing, have kept loving, have kept waiting, and now heaven is stepping in to say, enough. God did not create you for this type of heartbreak. He did not anoint you to live in emotional confusion. He did not send you into this relationship to become blind to reality. You were not called to suffer in silence. And now the bitter truth is ready to be unveiled. There was a place they said they didn't go, but they were there. There was a message they said they didn't send, but they sent it. There was a person they claimed not to be in contact with, but they are. And the pain you feel in your chest right now, the way your breath just changed, the way your stomach just twisted, it's confirmation. Your spirit knows it's true. Last night, a line was crossed. It may not have been physical, but it was spiritual, emotional, intentional. There was a conversation last night that took your name in vain, that made plans without your knowledge, that mocked your trust. And God says, this is the final time He will allow you to be deceived. Archangel Michael says, this is an emergency because what was done last night opens a spiritual door that must be closed immediately. If you stay connected to this person now, you will begin to feel your energy drain, your purpose cloud, your emotion spiral. Because deception is not just a lie. It's a poison, and it's been dripping into your spirit slowly. But God is purging it now. You may be asking, what do I do now? How do I walk away from someone I love so deeply, even if they've betrayed me? God says, let me be your strength. Let me hold your heart. I will not let you fall, but I will no longer let you be fooled. You don't need to confront them. They will reveal themselves. They will stumble in their stories. They will over-explain. They will become defensive. The mask is already slipping, and the next few days will show you everything you need to see. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. How kings manifested wealth and abundance with ease. how the greatest Christian king used this 1-minute prayer to manifest wealth and abundance. Baldwin IV, otherwise known as the Leper King, suffered from a disease so bad his skin was falling off and had to wear a mask to not frighten his servants. It got so bad he could only move his right arm. Despite this suffering and bad luck, he went on to create one of the greatest Christian empires, full of wealth and abundance for everyone. Historians asked how this was possible, and it remained an unanswered question for a long time. But recently, a manuscript from King Baldwin was discovered in an old church in Jerusalem. This manuscript described a 1-minute prayer to manifest anything. But high-ranking church officials demanded this be kept under lock and key. They demanded that only the rich can use this. This is a great sin against humanity. As Jesus said, "The first shall be last, and the last shall be first." Because once you hear this divine prayer, you will finally break the curse of poverty and restore your connection with God, allowing you to ask, manifest, and receive His blessings. Click the link in the description or comment section to unlock the secret of listening to the 1-minute prayer now. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. There will be confirmation. There will be proof. There will be undeniable signs that even your heart cannot ignore. And when it comes, do not resist it. Do not deny it. Do not run back to what heaven is pulling you away from. Because this is not just about love. It's about your calling, your destiny, your freedom. The enemy has been using this person to distract you, to delay you, to keep you emotionally trapped so you cannot step fully into what God is calling you to become. But no more. The chains are breaking. The spell is lifting. The truth is rising. Last night was the final act, the final attempt to keep you blind. But heaven said no more. You are about to rise. You are about to see clearly. You are about to weep, and then you will roar, because there is power in your pain. There is healing in your heartbreak, and there is light at the end of this revelation. Archangel Michael says, "I have been standing at the gate of your heart, waiting for you to wake up. I have protected you while you slept beside a secret, and now I am clearing the air. The storm is here, but it will not destroy you. It will deliver you." God says, "I have something better. I have someone better. I have joy without confusion. I have peace without pretending. I have love without lies. But you must walk away from the counterfeit to receive the crown." Everyone knows, and now you know too. What you do with this truth is your choice, but heaven has done its part. The truth has reached your door. The light has come for your darkness, and the bitter truth will become the beautiful beginning if you let go. This is your emergency intervention. This is your spiritual rescue. This is your divine escape. Don't run from it. Don't delay. Don't excuse it anymore. God is speaking. Archangel Michael is crying out, This is serious. This is final. And this is your last chance to be free. This message is not an accident. It is not a coincidence. It is a divine intervention sent straight from the throne of God. and Archangel Michael is standing at the edge of heaven, crying out your name. Yes, you. This very moment, your spirit is being shaken because heaven has noticed your silence. God says, I have watched you. I have seen your tears in the night. I have felt your trembling spirit trying to hold back what your soul is screaming to say. You feel something, don't you? You sense something is off. And I, the Lord your God, am confirming what your spirit has not dared to speak. Archangel Michael says, this is an emergency. Do not treat this message lightly. Do not scroll past it like it's another ordinary word, because what happened last night was not ordinary. It was orchestrated in the shadows by those who pretend to love you, but secretly rejoice in your blindness. Yes, this involves the one you love deeply, the one you trust with your heart, your time, your future. But here's the truth. They will never tell you the bitter truth. They will look into your eyes and smile. They will hug you and call you my person. But behind your back, they are hiding something that everyone else already knows. God says, last night was the turning point. Heaven witnessed something, and because you have been chosen, the truth must now be revealed. You are not crazy for feeling a shift. You are not paranoid for sensing something is wrong. You are spiritually sensitive, and your discernment is accurate. That uncomfortable feeling in your chest was your spirit trying to protect you from deception that has gone too far. But you have ignored the signs for too long. And now Archangel Michael is weeping because you still give your heart to someone who would rather see you confused than confront their own darkness. Let me speak now as your Father in heaven. I gave you a loving heart. I made you generous. I made you hopeful, but your love is being taken advantage of. The person you love deeply is playing a game with your mind. They want you to stay quiet, to doubt your intuition, to second-guess what you feel, because the moment you find out what they've done, everything changes. They don't want you to see it. But I, the Lord your God, am pulling back the curtain. Listen to this. Everyone else knows. Everyone except you knows what happened last night. Conversations were had, lies were rehearsed, people exchanged glances, and your name was mentioned but not with honor. You were spoken of as if you were clueless. But you are not clueless. You are divinely protected. I have had enough of watching you sit in the dark while others sip wine over your pain. The night before this message reached you, the person you loved was with someone else. Physically, emotionally, or spiritually, and they tried to erase the evidence. But the angels saw it all. Don't let their silence fool you. The phone call they ended quickly, the text they deleted, the sudden change in plans, the moment they became distant without reason, these were signs. These were warnings. You just didn't want to believe them. And God understands. Your heart wanted love so badly that you ignored what your soul was screaming. You prayed for this person. You sacrificed for them. You believed in them when others warned you. But the time has come for you to confront this truth, not to punish, not to hate, but but to protect yourself from further damage. Archangel Michael says your life is about to shift in a dramatic way. And if you don't heed this warning, you will enter a season of confusion that will delay your blessings. This person knows you love them deeply. That's why they believe you'll never leave. They think you'll stay no matter what. But I, your God, am calling you to rise, to open your eyes, to break the chains, because your destiny is bigger than their deception. Do you remember what you told me in prayer? You said, God, if this person is not for me, show me, expose the truth. And now the truth is knocking. Will you open the door, or will you pretend you don't hear it? Everyone else already knows. A friend has kept this from you. A sibling suspects but says nothing. Even someone you barely know is aware of this betrayal. The web of silence is thicker than you think. And it's not just about romance, it's about spiritual manipulation. This person has studied your kindness. They know how to make you feel guilty. They know what to say to keep you close. But the truth is, last night was the confirmation that they are not truly with you. They are only attached to the benefits of your loyalty. God says, you have waited too long for someone to change who has no intention of becoming better. You have forgiven too much for someone who has not repented. You are covering them while they are uncovering you in conversations behind your back. You pray for them while they plan with others. You trust them while they test how far they can go before you break. But this time it stops here. I will not let you be played like a puppet anymore. You are my child, and I am reclaiming your heart. Archangel Michael has seen enough. The silence from the one you love is not peace. It is fear. They are afraid you will find out. That's why they've been overly nice lately. That's why they randomly brought you a gift. That's why they said, I've been thinking about us. It's a smokescreen. And everyone around them knows they are hiding something. This is your moment of awakening. You are not here to beg someone to choose you. You are here to walk in the light of truth. And that truth is, last night something happened that will soon come to the surface. Do not chase answers from them. Do not confront them with anger. Sit back and let the truth unfold, because I, the Lord, will bring it to you without effort. Their guilt will expose them. Their actions will contradict their words. Their fear will speak louder than their excuses. And when it happens, remember this message. You were warned. You were chosen. You were loved enough by heaven to be told the truth when others wanted to keep you in a fog.